Gratitude is a real tricky thing. It feels unintuitive, maybe at least for me. I really have to like decide to feel grateful. It's really easy to focus on all of the ways that life isn't the way I want it to be, or all of the things that I'm like lacking or I'm having to do without. And it's really easy to just overlook the things in my life that I really appreciate. But the thing that I am maybe the most grateful for is it's hard to put into words. It's the spirit of my own resilience. I've had some pretty dark moments in my life. I've had some times where it's felt like I'm at the bottom of like a deep dark pit, and not only am I at the bottom of this deep dark pit, but it's where I want to be. It's where I would feel safest, and it felt familiar, and I didn't want to leave. And I guess like to put it simply, it felt like I wanted to just crawl into a hole and die, and it felt like I was doing that. It felt like I had found myself in a hole that I was a dark, deep hole that I was just going to like curl up and die in. And I don't know. It's hard to point at any one thing that got me out of that hole because there were so many things. There were so many people, there were so many stories, there were so many pieces of art, like books and movies and TV shows and songs and people in my life, like my godmother and my family members and my little brothers and eventually like my wife and my cats, that no matter how in the dark I am and no matter how small the light, even if the light is so small that I really can't see it, I find myself picking myself up off the ground and heading in a direction, and sometimes I bump into walls and I fall back on the floor and I cry a bit, and then I get back up and I keep looking for the light, and I found it. I live a life that really like I'm just so grateful for. There's still a lot of challenges, there's still a lot of things to figure out, but if I were to take like there's so many different versions of me in the past that if I could have just shown them like just like a moment of like how much like joy and peace and how much like contentedness I feel on like a regular basis now where my life is, they would I don't know, it would be unbelievable to them. It would be like a fantasy. It would be like hard to really wrap my head around how different life could be and how different life has turned out the more I've grown and the more I've sort of like just like let go of certain things. And I think it all just boils down to like, even if I can't always name it, even if I can't always understand it, there's something inside of me that just refuses to stay down, that just refuses to not chase the light and love and like warmth and safety and contentedness and love. And I'm grateful that I have that in me, and I'm grateful to live in a world that always has more love to show me the more I look for it. And I think it's a beautiful thing, this life.